Hi guys, Dorota Palicka, International Nail Artist and Educator here, and today we are going to sculpt some shorter almond nails. I have seen me doing like coffins and square nails so many times. So first step is to push back the cuticles, and you can see it, I'm also removing any dead tissue. And then we are going to do it the same on this nail. So I have left 2 of them, so I could show you how I'm doing it for a client. And then we are going to scratch the surface of the natural nails. Obviously, I've got an amazing natural nails. Absolutely amazing. Scratch the surface, make sure there is no shiny bits and pieces left. And then do the same on the other hand. Nice scratches. And then when you're happy with it, you can check under the light, like for any light reflection. If there is none, remove the dust, and then let's apply the nail forms. So we are going to use those sculpting forms. And before the first application of the form, I'm using a blue scrub to dehydrate the nail plate. So nice and squeaky clean. And then, that was really squeaky, actually, with the doors. And then wait for it to dry a couple seconds. And then grab those forms. So I'm always pulling this bit there. And obviously I've got a nice and beautiful nails, so we don't have to do it like anything with the form. It just slides in. As long as she relaxes and she doesn't see it. She's laughing now. So basically what I'm doing is I'm always hiding the client view because otherwise, if the clients see the form, they try to help me, and that's when the things go wrong, okay? So this is a good tip for you guys, like when you're doing... Gosh, look at this glove, it's so discolorated, it looks like I've been... Okay, so let's place it in there. Squeeze it nice. And we don't need to cut it because she doesn't have a high nail folds, she doesn't have high hyponychus, she doesn't have a wide fingers. They are just perfect ones, like absolutely perfect. Nail prep. So this is to dehydrate again, because during the form application we could probably touch a nail plate and you don't want that. Wait for it to dry a couple seconds. In the meantime, because I don't like to waste the time, I usually pick out my gel from the drawer, and that's the one we are going to use. Oh, it's blinks so nice in the light. We've got sunny day actually today. So this is almost dry. Universal Air Bond, and Universal Air Bond, guys, acts as base gel, with this difference that you don't have to cure it. So it's such a huge time saver. Like for me, it's unbelievable, because before I had to cure the bonding gel, so this is much easier. Now we are going to pick up a small scoop of the product on the one side of the brush, and then place it on our nail, like remove it from your brush. So you've got a tiny bit of the product which goes around the cuticle area. See, I'm almost touching this parts, and then working it through on my nail plate. Pick up another scoop of the product to build up our extension. Okay, make sure the free edge, the joining places are all in together. And in this place, I always put a little bit more product, because this is the place where the nails are more prone for a breakage, but I will show you how I do it so it is not visible. Like you can see it, I have placed a very small amount in there and then slightly bigger here. And then we are going to cure it. Perfect. So I've got enough time to apply the product on this nail when the other hand is curing. And then we'll be swapping it. So that's how I do it all the time with the clients. Like I'm working on one hand and then I'm swapping to another hand. So there is no waste of the time. Again, pick up a small scoop. Now, because we have, we are building like a small skeleton first, it's not a lot of product which we apply in. And because of it, you've got more time to play and it doesn't run into the cuticle area. So this is a good tip for you guys. And also it doesn't cause a heat spike at this stage. When we'll be building the apex and we're starting from the scratch, the client sometimes might feel a little heat spike. So to prevent that is, before it happens, you put your hand inside, and then after 2-3 seconds, you remove it and repeat this process 2-3 times. Change. So at this stage, Emma doesn't have to do it. Now, if my form is fitted in perfect and I'm happy and there is no gaps, to make my life easier and the client life easier, I can pull this form away. Because I'm sculpting on a one nail, no, actually I can pull it. So let's pull this form out, make my client life easier. And then pull the nail folds down. Make sure you do really place those products everywhere, like nice and thin around the cuticle area. And this also gives you this nice and slidey surface to work with. And then an almond shape. So I'm picking up a really decent scoop of the product. Now get kind of weight from the brush. Come on, one down. And then we are going to build up the apex. I don't want them too thick because they are like, I want them to have nice and natural look. So look what I'm doing is like a 1-2 millimeter gap from the cuticle and a same size gap from the side walls, because by the time I reach the free edge, my gel is gonna run in there. So I'm just kind of touching up the things. Oh no, I got air bubble. Get rid of the air bubble. And then that's my nail built in. Fantastic change. So that's might get a little bit hot. So once the 3 seconds are gone, take it out and then put it back in place. Again, make sure this part is covered with the product. You don't want any kind of missing bits and pieces. And Emma likes her nails to be a little bit overfiled. Me too. Me too. You know, my clients love it and I love it that way as well. So we are going to kind of remove a bit of the sidewalls, because normally we should keep the sidewalls. I'm going to get rid of them. Now another scoop of the product in here to build up our apex. And I will show you how to file those nice almond shaped nails as well. Like, I mean, some hands suit it so much, and to be honest, most of my clients go for this kind of shape. Now look what I'm doing with when I'm building the apex. So I've got excess of the products with my skeleton, but when I'm building the apex, I'm doing the shape of the actual almond, so I've got less filing to do it. Okay, and you can see it on a side as well. Here, that will be gone. Change. So this nail is all nicely cooked. I can take a UV cleanser to remove the inhibition layer. So remove the inhibition layer. And then I will show you on how to file it. So when I'm filing, I'm starting to file the sidewalls first, nice and straight, because it doesn't matter what kind of shape we're doing, we want to go nice and straight like this. And this will indicate to us where we are wrong and where we need to improve our shape. So because Emma likes her nails a bit overfiled, this one actually doesn't need to be as much overfiled, because it has an amazing shape. It's usually the ring fingers and the middle fingers where I have to kind of knock down the side walls. So by shaping those sides and the free edge, we already actually making pretty looking nail. We need to still work out on the evenness of it, and to do so, I like to bring the side walls higher up. I like to blend everything around the cuticle area here. There we are. So nicely. Now, Emma have also very soft skin, like extremely soft skin, so I have to watch it. I think most of the Scottish ladies got really soft skin. Like when I'm working on, how you call, like Europe girls, you can just go and like, and then you're working with a Scottish girl, and you have to kind of like, I've got basically 2 files, guys. This one, like, I can't even go near Emma. The only places I could do it with this file is to do it like right on the top. No, not a chance to go around around the nail folds. Like that could end up as a disaster. Like really. And even the cuticle works, guys, we are doing usually most of the cuticle works right at the end of the service. But anyway, so I have filed down the frame of my nail, and basically it looks nice already. After I have done the frame, I am working with the white buffer to smooth it out. And again, because it's such a sharp, like, I mean, the edges of the buffer are sharp, I'm protecting her nail folds, and I'm just filing right in the middle. So I'm not going near her nail folds like it's a big no with those type of nails. And then using a gray buffer, we are going to buff it around the nail folds, like brush away any dust particles, like make sure things are really nice and smooth in there. And also at the same time, I'm kind of pushing back the cuticles, and to be honest, I've got maybe just touch there, touch there. Things always looks kind of more messier when they are dusty and dehydrated, but once we clean the hands, it will look really nice and pretty. So I'm not going to do much of the cuticle work on that nail anyway. Let's buff it nicely. And yeah, that's me happy with the shape of this nail. First one done, and I'm going to do it the same on the other one. So pull that nail form away, grab the UV cleanser to remove the inhibition layer. They look so pretty, even just like that, like I could just top coat them and that's it. But we are going to do some spring-ish design. So what I'm doing, again, filing one side, other side, get those lines in so I see what is going on. And you know, this nail was looking so bulky when we was kind of sculpting it because of those free edge excess. But this one is very quick to file because it was very thin. So we didn't have much to file. So shape my free edge. Remove the bulk of the product from the free edge, and then we can work around the cuticle area. Nice and slow, go up the way, then on the cuticle area, and then go down the way. Like making sure everything is nice and smooth. Check the entire nail. So I need to touch up the free edge. And then once my frame is done, I can just buff it. That's it. I'm not going to do anything else to that nail because it looks nice and pretty. So buff it right in the middle. And then swap into the other buffer. So with this one, because it has those sponge in there, I'm not going to hard hair. Like, you know, I can kind of almost push back the cuticle with it as well. And that's why I like to finish off doing the nails with this buffer. I cannot go like this because obviously there is sharp bit, so it can still hurt. File it nice, and then ta-da! We've got nice and beautiful almond shaped nails. So I'm going to clean them all, and then in the next video you will be able to see it, what we are going to create on those beautiful nails. I'm looking forward to see you then. Glittery hugs and bye for now.